Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here with Jeff and Bruno, and we're going to demonstrate all the obedience commands he's learned here at school. But first we're going to introduce the training equipment. Jeff's got a standard 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to make a correction. And the only correction we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment. Now, as you'll notice, Bruno's standing there very nicely at Jeff's left, which is where all the obedience training starts and stops. And the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, always on your left, and the command is Bruno heel.
Bruno heel.
Now at this point, Bruno's got a job to do, and that's to stay even with your left leg, no forging ahead, no lagging behind. And this is obviously a really important command for you, because I know Bruno's gotten away and he's drugged you down the street before. One of the important things too is the command, or the automatic sit command. So whenever you stop walking with Bruno, he should automatically sit and wait for his next command.
Bruno heel.
And then Jeff takes off heeling again with Bruno. Bruno's been a challenge for us, to say the least. He's got kind of a mind of his own, and he is like a teenage boy. But you'll notice whenever Jeff stops, another beautiful automatic sit. Another nice automatic sit. If he doesn't sit, you may hear Jeff say no sit. So no would be what we call a verbal correction.
No sit. No sit.
If he does break a command, we always go right back to it. And with all of your giant breeds, they tend not to be very military when it comes to obedience training. He's a growing boy, so it is a little bit difficult for him to get his bearings and to automatically sit, but that'll come with time. Jeff's going to take off heeling with Bruno again, and again the command is Bruno heel. And it's his job to adjust to your pace, not vice versa. Another nice, very nice automatic sit.
Stay.
You want to have him hold these sit stays for anywhere from 20 or 30 seconds, working up to 3 minutes. Now take your time getting to that 3-minute mark. And one thing we want to stress too is practice with Bruno in a very distraction-free environment, whether it's indoors, whether it's in a backyard, something where there's limited distractions, because he easily loses focus. When Jeff returns back to Bruno, he walks all the way around him counterclockwise, and they take off heeling again.
Sit.
Nice automatic sit. Now Jeff's going to show you the sit stay, and then we're going to go into the down command from heel position.
Stay.
So with that down command too, always have your dog seated first. Jeff returns back to Bruno there. They're going to take off heeling, and then they're going to go into that down command. So again, always have him seated first before you attempt to put him into that down command. Beautiful automatic sit just there.
Down.
Jeff uses his left open palm, the one-word firm command to down,
Stay.
and to stay. Now Bruno loves playing with sticks and with twigs and leaves. So quite honestly, when we first started working with him and every day since, we try to leave the area relatively clean.
Stay.
Or try to work him in an environment without leaves and sticks. When Jeff returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around. Bruno doesn't get up, and then they take off heeling again. And every dog is a little bit different when it comes to training. Most of the time we like to use praise. We've found with Bruno that the occasional treat definitely makes him a little bit more focused and a little bit more compliant. We're going to show you the down command again.
Stay. Down. No. Down. Down. Yeah, you got this.
If he doesn't do it, you heard Jeff say no and then gave him the command again. So if he doesn't do something at home, always incorporate that word no. We call that the $5,000 word.
Bruno, come.
Jeff calls him out of that. And it's important that he comes back to you and doesn't jump on you. He comes back and sits.
That was a really good boy.
That was good.
Bruno heel.
And then they take off heeling again. And then the very last command we're going to show you is going to be another down command. Again, always have Bruno seated.
No, sit. Stay.
And this time Jeff's going to use his right hand and the one-word firm command to down.
Don't be stingy. No, down. Down.
Of course, the last command is going to be a little bit of a challenge for us, but make him sit again. He's got to do these commands for you at home. So if he gets a little distracted,
Stay.
go right back to it.
Down. Down.
You can tell that he knows it. Instead of doing what we call the distance down, we'll go right back to that down from heel position, which is always a little bit easier. But we need to make sure he does it before we turn this video off.
Down. Down. Stay.
There we go. A lot of times when you create a little bit of distance between you and your dog, even if it's a couple feet, it makes all the difference in the world. And Bruno likes to be close to you, likes to, feel you next to him. So getting away from him makes it a little bit more of a challenge. We're going to build up to that. We're going to show you how to build up to that when he graduates tomorrow. He's been a really good boy. He's been a challenge for us, so we know why he was a challenge for you. We want to thank you so much for using Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.